Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for my Leo friends for the month of December 2016. Just a quick reminder that these are generalized readings, so not everything in the reading may pertain to you. So when I approach a reading that I'm viewing online, I focus on the things that I connect with, and everything else I disregard, because again, these are generalized readings and not everything is going to pertain to you. I'd also like to encourage you guys to check out your moon and rising sign, and then check out a reading that's focusing on your moon and rising sign and see if that correlates with you, okay? So for those of you who are just tuning in, I start off with the reading for my singles, and then I move into a couple spread, okay? So the first card in the spread is the World, okay? And this represents you right now, okay? So this is Major Arcana. The World presents a lot of possibilities, okay? But I also want to think, when I think of the World, I think that the world carries on despite what we're dealing with, okay? It could also be rather unforgiving, all right? It's always going, no matter what's going on in your life, it's continuing to move, okay? Always the forward momentum. The next card is the Seven of Wands, okay? This is an action card. This is... And what I mean when I say that this card is what's crossing you, it basically is dictating the weather that's going on in your life right now, okay? This represents you standing your ground, okay? Taking a stand with something that you believe in, okay? Defending yourself. You're in defense mode, all right? The next card represents the foundation of this situation, okay? And it is the King of Swords. When I'm referencing the foundation of the situation, it's very closely related to the recent past, okay? Which is the Six of Swords. The King of Swords, this could indicate a situation that happened as far back as possibly your childhood, okay? What I'm feeling from this reading is it's something more recent, okay? And this is in regards to a person. And what I think of when I think of the King of Swords is someone who is very perceptive. This person has a hard time removing themselves emotionally from a situation. And they do that because they feel that it allows them to see angles from all situations. However, because this person is so emotionally invested, they can't see everything from all angles because they're not objective, okay? This person is really respected by others and has strong ties to family. But this was a situation, I'm looking at the Six of Swords. This was a situation that you felt like you needed to remove yourself from, okay? Literally fleeing the scene, okay? The next card represents Judgment, okay? And this has to do with your aspirations. Now, when I look at this reading, there's some action cards, a lot of defensiveness, and there's cards suggesting that you need to leave the situation, okay? But you're doing this with a positive attitude that's reflected in the world, okay? But you have there's a lot of heaviness going on. And I think that this is going to hinder your ability to move forward, okay? Once you get through these heavy emotional stuff, you're going to be able to move forward, and in a positive attitude, you're going to be able to attract new people into your life, okay? So this has to do with your aspirations, and this is the card of Judgment. This is an honesty card, fairness card, honor of thyself and honor of others, okay? Now, when you're dealing with the Judgment and the Justice cards, what I think of when I think of those two cards is someone who has a very logical side to them, and then another side that's very emotional, and there's this battle that's going on in between us, okay? A lot of times when you're thinking of the Judgment, or a person who carries a lot of the Judgment type qualities, this person, again, has a hard time showing their emotions. Again, we're going back to that battle of logical and emotional sense, okay? This person doesn't like to show their emotions because it makes them feel weak. And that can make you come across as being unattainable and emotionally uninvested, okay? So we want to be able to just be aware of that when we're in our relationships, okay? Because we want to be available to our partners and, even any other relationship that it's in our lives. We want to be available to them, okay? Now, what I'm thinking is this is a recent situation where you probably have recently gone through a breakup, okay? Or if you've been split up with somebody for even some time, this person is very present in your life and you're having a hard time getting away, even though that's ultimately what you're wanting to do, okay? Now, this represents you in the future, okay? This is the Eight of Cups. Now, we have two cards that represent leaving a situation, the past and the future. I really feel like this is something that's still going on in your life, where you want to get away from this individual. I think that this individual, with your Judgment state of mind, is really overbearing, and can sometimes come across as being smothering, okay? Now, the outcome of this situation is the Five of Swords. This is you in defense mode. So what's really interesting is that we have the Six of Swords and the Seven of Cups. Excuse me, the Eight of Cups. Both representing, again, leaving a situation. And then we have these two action cards. Okay, you're in defense mode. I really think that it's going to be important to establish boundaries with this individual in order for you to move on. I want you to continue to stand your ground, okay? I want to get some clarification on this, okay? And what I do when I get my clarification is I pull three cards and I read them as a whole. And not so much individually, okay? So we have the Justice card. Death, and the Father of Cups. So we do have the possibility. Again, we have the Judgment, honor and truth, okay? The Justice, very similar card. And I really feel like those two cards go hand in hand. You want what's right. And with the Death card, you want out of this situation, okay? So this also brings the promise of a fresh beginning for you, okay? So you will be able to move through this relationship or this past relationship and be able to move forward. And we also have the Father of Cups, which to me signifies a new individual coming into your life that you're going to be able to move forward with, okay? You're going to have some hard times. It seems like you're currently been dealing with some hard times in regards to this individual. So with that said, I really think it's important that we work with some healing energies. Aventurine. This correlates with our heart chakra, and I want you to, when you're working with aventurine, excuse me, you guys, is to remember to surround yourself with some green healing light, okay? And that's going to help make you feel soothed. It's going to help you work through all these tribulations that you're going through. I want you to work with fluorite. For those of you who've been tuning into me, that's one of my go-to love stones, as well as rose quartz. Fluorite's going to help balance your emotions. This correlates with our throat chakra and our heart chakra, okay? It's going to aid in communication, which is going to be a key factor in being able to move forward and leaving this situation behind, okay? Again, it looks like you've been really trying to work. This is something that you've been trying to leave, okay? Really break through, make a clean break, but this person's really hanging on. I want you guys to work with rose quartz. It correlates with our heart chakra. This will allow you to receive love and to give love, okay? It also helps with self-love. Since you're dealing with some negativity, some defensiveness as indicated in these two wand cards, I want you guys to work with smoky quartz. This is going to keep you grounded and centered to Mother Earth. It's also going to act like armor to repel this negativity away from you, okay? As indicated in the three cards that I pulled, you're going to be able to move forward. It's going to take work, but we also have the possibility of a fresh start, which was indicated in the Death card, okay? And a new individual, which was represented by the King of Cups, okay? So you are going to be able to move forward. You're just going to have to work through this other stuff, okay? So with that said, I'm going to move forward into our couple spread. And I think I am going to use the Wild Unknown Tarot, which is a beautiful deck. And for those of you who are interested in tarot, I really recommend it. All right. So the first card in the spread represents what you're bringing into the relationship, okay? And this is the Mother of Pentacles or the Queen of Pentacles, whichever you prefer. This indicates a very loving and caring individual, one who's very close with earthly matters, nature, okay? You're a very nurturing person, and I think it's really easy for someone with your disposition to be very easily drawn to you, okay? You're someone who has a wonderful bedside manner. You really play the role of a nurturing individual, and I know I keep going back to that. Someone who really takes hold of the household, someone who's very into, again, just really taking care of your partner, okay? The next card represents the Tower, okay? This could indicate a sudden change that happened to your relationship, which is making me think that you and your partner, this is really shook the foundation of your relationship, okay? And it's making you question whether or not you want to continue this relationship. And if you do want to continue this relationship, some things need to change for you to be satisfied. The next card is the Nine of Swords. And this represents what you want from the relationship, okay? But what this is letting me know is right now you are in pain, okay? And this could indicate maybe some influences that are out of our control. This could be issues of depression. This could even indicate alcoholism, all right? This would be a really good time for you to lean on your friends and run by this situation with your friends and get their input and see what they think, what it would take for you to be able to move forward, okay? You're in a lot of grief right now, and sometimes when we're feeling a lot of emotional strain, it's hard for us to see clearly because we're not being objective. All right, the next card represents what your partner is bringing in to this relationship, okay? And this is the Father of Cups. This is a very charismatic person who, I mean, it would be very easily to see, it's really easy to see why you were drawn to this individual. This person's charismatic. And this person's very aware of their personality traits, with how charming this individual can be, and they use that to their advantage, okay? So it was very easy for you to move forward in a relationship with this person. However, this person is also very insecure, and because of his or her insecurities, it can make this person unpredictable, okay? And I think that those unpredictable traits are really influencing the sudden change, which was represented in the Tower, and the grief, which was represented in the Nine of Swords, okay? The next card represents what the other person is getting out of this relationship. And what this card represents is secrecy, deceit. And I think that this secrecy and deceit, again, has to do with this sudden change. Okay, this could also indicate maybe a secret relationship that's been going on perhaps behind your back, okay? However, as indicated from the Tower and the Nine of Swords, this is something that I would say has relatively been brought to your attention, okay? So you're really on the fence as to where to go. Again, I want you to lean on your friends, okay? The next card represents what they want from you. This is the Son of Wands. And what this means to me is this person with the insecurities, the secrecy, this person is really drawing from their charismatic personality and wanting to kind of pull the wool over your eyes. This is a card of illusion. I really feel like you already know what's going to happen with this relationship and what direction it needs to go. However, you're in so much grief that it's hard for you to be able to process things and move forward. This person is trying to, again, pull the wool over your eyes. This person, again, I keep going back to the deceit too, okay? I really feel like there's a deep level of deception. I want to say that there's another person who was involved in this relationship, okay? Lots of secrets that were being kept, all right, that was brought forward. So, I'm sorry, I have to keep going back to this. The Son of Wands. This person is really hard to trust, so with this charismatic attitude, the secrecy, and the sense of illusion, I want you to really be on point, okay? And I know it's really hard with this grief that you're dealing with to see the truth, okay? However, I also feel like deep down you know what's going on. So the next card represents how you see this person. And this is the Ten of Pentacles, and what this means to me in regards to what all the other cards are suggesting is that you really wanted to move forward with the family, or if you guys possibly already have a family, you wanted the gratification of things associated with family, okay? That's what you wanted. You wanted to continue to move forward with that if you already have a family. However, you have some heavy things that are going on right now that I think are going to prevent you from ultimately moving forward, okay? The next card represents how your partner sees you, and this is the Five of Wands, okay? This person is in defense mode, all right? This person is aware of this heavy stuff that's been going on, all right? And this person's wanting to pull out all the big guns, all right? This person does want to stay in a relationship with you. However, I think I want to get some clarification as to if this person is going to change his ways and you guys will be able to work through this deception and illusion, okay? But before I get there, I want to show the outcome. This is the Eight of Cups. What this represents to me is that ultimately right now it looks like you're going to end up leaving this situation, all right? But let me get some clarification. You know what? I'm going to use my Wildwood deck because that's another beautiful, beautiful deck. So what the cards are suggesting right now is we have the King of Vessels, which again represents your partner's insecurities as indicated in the Father of Cups. We once again have the Five of Arrows, which resonates with the Five of Swords. So we have a lot of defensiveness, okay? And then we have the Lovers, which is reversed. I don't see your partner being able to work through these issues right now. And for your sake, I think that would be best to move forward so that we can get you healed, so you can work through the trauma which is indicated in the Nine of Swords, okay? So you're going to be dealing with some heavy emotional trauma. I want you to work with fluorite, which will help balance your emotions, help soothe you, okay? I also want you to work with aventurine, okay? It's also another soothing stone. This is lepidolite, and one of the natural components of lepidolite is it's actually a natural carrier of lithium, okay? So I want you guys to think about that when you're working, and you think about the type of feeling that you have while working with lepidolite, the type of calmness that's associated with it, okay? I really want you to work closely with rose quartz. This will help with self-love, which is something that I really think that you are going to be needing right now, okay? Because it really looks like your partner has put you through the ringer. All right. I also want you guys to work with smoky quartz, which will act like an armor and repel all that negativity away from you. And it's also going to keep you centered and grounded, okay? If you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me at mantraflowtarot@gmail.com. It's going to be a hard month for you guys, especially with the holidays being here. Ultimately, we could take control of this situation and move forward in any way we choose to, because ultimately we are in charge of our destiny, and I really think that you can take control of yourself and move forward in a positive light if that's what you choose to do. And I truly think that you are able to do it, Leo, okay? All right, with that said, I hope you guys have a good day. All right, bye.